Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to do a little something different. I'm going to try to do a finish mower. What I got is, I got a Husqvarna. I've had this for years. It was a really good mower. Then I bought my zero turn. You see back there in the back. I bought this from a buddy of mine for a few $100, which was a great deal. It's got a Kohler, I believe that's a 20 horse in it. I also got another one that I took off of my my little red tractor that I use to move trailers and stuff around the yard. I think it's an 18 horse. We're going to try to use most of it because most of it's torn down. I got a frame and a motor, basically something to mount the motor on. But what I want to try to do is take this deck out from under here, and we'll build a frame basically to pull it with either the zero turn or the lawn tractor, whichever one. Because as you see, I got this giant heel on my yard right here, and man, that thing is a booger to mow. You can tell where we weed eat it and stuff. It gets real patchy because I can only get so far down with my zero turn before it looks like it's going to flip over. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make a finish mower where I can have it offset so it will articulate up onto that hill, and that maybe will help us get that mowed and make it look a little better. Try to keep the wife a little happier. Other than that, I mean, I think that's what we're going to start with right now. We're going to try to tear this apart, see what we can get done. First thing I think we're going to do is let's get this thing up on jack stands, take the back wheels off of it, see what it takes to get that deck out from underneath there. I don't believe it's going to be real hard. Let me set this thing up, and we'll start from there. Okay, we got it up on a jack. I got some stands here. I think first thing I'm gonna do, we're gonna try to, let's pull these wheels off. It's got like a C-clip that holds it in there. Usually that's a little cotter pin that goes through there. There we go. All right, now let's get us a screwdriver. Pop that C-clip out of there. Get these back tires off of here. I don't think it'll be too hard to do. I believe what we can do is just get right down in here. Pop that joker right out of there. Just set them right up there. Sucker slides right off. Over here and do since we got that off. Raise it up just a bit. Look there. Look at there. We'll do the same thing over here. Drop it. And just take them, set them right there. Well, there, that one came off pretty easy too. Another jack stand. And voila, we're just as safe can be, huh? Okay, well, starters, we gotta look under here. Obviously that ties it to it. That was about to fall off. Looks like a couple of cotter pins under there. Is there the deck adjustment? We'll drop that all the way down as far as it'll go. I'll pull that out. Yep, that's one way to do it. That's quick and easy. Looks like we've had some booger welding going on here. Hey, Ray Charles got a hold of that. Good Lord. Okay, looks like that's the engagement cable. Two belts. Okay, I guess that one's gonna be quite as easy. There we go. That dropped her down, by golly. Well, I think I'll take this jack. Move it around here to the front. And let's see. Want to really jack it up by the muffler. Don't believe it gonna hurt much of anything under there. This whole thing is not running multiple years. Alright, looks like we're lifting this deck up a little bit there that time. Let's see. This side seems to be easier to see under. I'm sorry, it is hot out here, boys and girls. It's almost 6 o'clock and it's still almost 90 degrees. So let's see what we can do under here. I don't know. We can see what we got going on here. I threw a towel down on the concrete here so I can lay down. See what we got going in there. That. Huh. All right, well, see, this ain't easy to do with one hand. I'm gonna try to open this tripod on this little thing here. I'm gonna set this up in right here, so see, maybe. Let's see if I can lift this. There we go. This does not want to cooperate. Ooh, easy now. Okay. All right, we're gonna need to get a pair of pliers or something. Give me just a second. Alrighty. This looks a little bit bent here. I'm gonna try to straighten it out. Ouch. Ta-da! Magic powers. My jack stands are falling out from under the tractor. Hang on, let me get these fixed here before it falls. Not what I had in mind. Sorry I didn't catch that on camera, but so we got that one down. I'll bet you $100 bill. I'm gonna need these same tools on the other side. get over here. Got y'all looking at the sky. I hope that comes through. Now, this one's a little bit bent too, but it ain't quite as bad. There we go. All right, got those out. And bang. Okay. The belt comes off. And we gotta get up front here. Let's see here. Well, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to get that out. Let's look. There's a cotter pin. Y'all can't see it. Let me get. There's that cotter pin right there. Started moving up. So let's see. I don't know if y'all can see from over here, but this is not ideal. I'm gonna turn y'all sideways. Okay. How in the world that got in there, I don't know. That is what's holding the front end of it. Okay. That sun gun just don't want to come out of there without tools. So, okay, I'm gonna try to set the tripod up on that again. There's these. There we go. Got that out. There you go. Drop that out. And look at there. All but the engagement cable. Grab our tools. Handy dandy. Don't get dirty. Hot ground towel. That cable comes up, goes in here. That comes up to here, goes in there. Well, I'm gonna have to research. I'm gonna have to dig into this thing, get that cable out. Maybe I can just disconnect it from the deck itself down there. If that's possible, I'll get this deck out from under it. I'll have to go get the other tractor. We can drag this thing out of the way and maybe get started on building the frame for where the motor and everything's gonna sit. At least that'll get us the mower deck will be good. I know we got a great mower deck, or it was a great mower deck a few years ago. So let me pause the video, pull this thing on out. I'll get this thing out of the way, and then I guess next we'll start working on the frame, get this finished mower thing started. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I got the other stuff pulled up here. I think we're going to start off by destroying this. We're going to take the body off of it, the steering column and all that off of it, and get down to this frame. That way we can use that frame to mount the motor. We don't need none of the front end stuff, anything like that. So once we get all this torn down, we can start mocking up our frames. That way we'll know where our motor sits. We can make the frames for where the wheels will come off to it. We're going to take these wheels off. We may utilize this for the hanging, where the deck will actually hang from the rails the wheels will be on. So let's get cracking. Let's get these things pulled off. There's bolts under there. Got to get the seat mounts pulled off, get that off, because this frame is all one big shot. So we can get all that tore off there. Give me just a second, we'll get some tools and we'll get fired up on this thing. Okay, we're back. Got a few tools. I went ahead and throw it up on some jack stands, a little easier to work to, get to the underneath. Looks like most of the bolts on here are gonna be like a 13 millimeter. I'm sure there's some 10s, looks like maybe some 8s. Let's, well, I got a 10. Let's go ahead and just start by taking off this bolt. Save a few things, because what I have planned for the deck is I want to use like a power window motor. I've got an old Mercury Marquis that's going to be part of a F-150 front end swap. I think I'm going to use it, the power steering, I mean the power windows, to engage the tensioner here to tension the belt. So, you know, a little electric tensioner or whatever. That way it'll be easier for me. You don't have to jump on and off. Well, we're just gonna do it because it's fun. And we'll need like limit switches, and like this, we got a small limit switch here from what the seat used to hit. So those shouldn't make any difference. Now we just pull these pads up. I got these little, they use it in cars too, like little Christmas tree clips. I don't really know what they call them. Those pop right up. Throw that off. Oh, we got a bolt right here. Let's go to the other side, do the same thing over here. Until we've had it parked in the trees. Pull that off. One bolt right there. It's definitely seen better days. We'll get this frame off of here. Looks like we're going to need maybe a 10 millimeter right there. We'll grab us a 10 millimeter out of the shop also. That's a 10. Let's see. Hey, look at there, it's a 10. Let's see if this 13. Wow, that's noisy. And what you know, there's a nut under there. Well, let's grab us a 13 millimeter wrench. We got one of those. Right, sure. Better yet, I was gonna grab a ratcheting wrench. Let's just grab a nice, just a regular old wrench. And let's see if I can, we're gonna set this up right over here. I guess you can see that. Right under there. That one. Come on. Get that bolt out of there. And guess what? We'll go to the other side and do the exact same thing. Let's see. Okay. It's a little more than a little 12-volt wants. Let me grab a ratchet. There we go. Yep, that was on there. There's a nut. Oh yeah, that's on there. Grab our impact and come on over here. What we're gonna do is we gotta take these bolts off for the pedals. Let's see if I can set this down and tilt that up. There we go. Okay, now we get right in here on it. Got two down here. That's the brake pedal. Out of the way. And we gotta get right under here. And ta-da! Now, swap this out. Pop that out. That one. That one. Out of the way. Okay, we should be able to lift this body off of here one-handed. Just like that. We're gonna set it over here, out of the way for a minute. Now, looking at what we got going on here, we got us a Torx bit down here on this side. Looks like a couple of 13 millimeters up there. A Torx on this side. Maybe I should have set this a long ways. It's been easier. Then I had to climb on top to do one side. Okay. It's like a 10 or a 12 back in there to get this off. But can't get that off unless we pull the steering wheel off. So, all right, I'm gonna pause the video, pull this off the jack stands, flip it upside down. I'll bring you back. We can figure out what we got to do to take the steering shaft out of this thing, and then we get that center console off of it, or the dash, or whatever part of that, the lawnmower you call. We can get that off, get the front end tore down, and then we can start looking at what we're going to do to make a finish mower. So let me pause the video. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. We got the mower flipped upside down. Looks like this is the steering shaft. Let's see what we got. This is a 14 millimeter that fits on there. Dang sure don't fit on there. May not have to tear all this apart. Unless that bolt goes all the way through. It does not. So it looks like if I take out these bolts on the sides here, there and there and there, this plate will fall down. Then we just undo the bolts that hold the front on. And that should come off. First we need that. Didn't anticipate for that. And I'll bet you that's probably like a 15 millimeter. Everything's metric nowadays. 15? No, she's not a 15. She's gonna be a 17. 17. Let's see if it's a 17. Ooh, not a 17. 18 millimeter. 18 millimeter, we'll try. Looky there, still a little loose. Probably standard. And guess what we didn't grab? A ratchet. I had a ratchet out somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. It's laying over there. That's all right, we got another one right here. See what happens if we turn this. Okay. Grab this one. Put this on here. There we go. Thought I'd grab the other one for some leverage, actually. She's tight. All right. Go back to the speed method. It's noisy, but it's fast. Just like that. Okay. I don't see anything else that would hold it. Let's try a hammer. See what we can get out of a hammer. Not really trying to save much of this. Don't think I need to. Look at there. Popped right out of there. Well, I think it did. All right. Again, let's see what we can figure out. That's loose. It's just hung up right up in here. It's like a bolt or something on the inside of it. I don't think that'll matter much. We slide it up. Once we take all this off, it'll all come off in one piece. Okay, well, that was easy enough. And I thought maybe I was gonna have to take all this off until I realized I had these bolts right there. There's one here. Nope, that's just like a guide. That does go through. We want to take that off right there. That's gonna be a 13. Oh no, it ain't. 14. Let's see if we can spin it off there. Of course not. That being way too easy. Oh, of course. Okay, well. There's a bolt head right there. Might be hard to see. We had a wrench. It's a 13 millimeter wrench. Let's see. Possibly. Yeah, it's nowhere near it. Okay. Get some wrenches out here. There's a 14 millimeter, sorry. Ow. See if that fits it. It fits, it just doesn't like it. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. We'll, as I've gotta have two hands for this. I'm gonna set this down here and let me look at this, tilt it up. Whew. Yep. Move this a little closer. And this is where I get all greasy. Okay. Easy enough. Yep, we got greasy. All right, we tilted up plenty. There we go. Let's get us a 13 millimeter. There's a 13. Okay, since we're here, we'll zip these bolts out right quick. Okay, got that out. Like I said, I don't have to, but I want just to make this a little easier. Oh, hey, steering came apart. This should pull out. We got us a couple of springs. We're gonna need a pair of needle nose pliers. Okay. Disconnect these springs right up in here. Okay. Now this should come right out of there, right? Of course not. We got multiple other things that connected to that. Oh yeah. Well. All right, so I'm gonna pause the video again. Get this thing back up on jack stands. Probably flip it around. Get it back up on jack stands so I can get to the top half of this thing now. I think I got everything on the bottom done. I'm not sure. It looks like a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of other, like cotter pins, stuff like that. So probably what I'm gonna do is I am shooting with another GoPro. It's sitting on the stand over here, right there. We're just gonna go with that one. Probably won't be a whole lot of audio. It does have a mic, but I use my lapel mic for this, and we'll use that, probably speed it up some. I don't know. Go through this thing. Let's get the bottom of this thing tore down right quick. Now it should come out. Ta-da! Magic powers. Woo! Okay. Try not to get too greasy. There's a lot of grease all over this thing. I didn't realize the motor leaked that much oil out of it. Let's scatter up bolts and nuts and washers and cotter pins. Set them back there. All right, let's see about flipping this joker over. I'll grab the steering wheel. No, it's disconnected. Yeah, see, it's got a built-in nut thingy on it. I'm sure if I snatched it hard enough, I just pull it right through there. Got to get a Torx. all my other batteries are dead, so I did not plan real well for this video. Sorry. Okay, those were a T40, we got them out. Now I need a 13, it looks like, which is right there. Get your ratchet out here. There's that one. There's that one. Set it over here. Take these out. Okay. And I believe these two 10 millimeters right up here. That should have this little thing free. Ta-da! Put it over here in the holdings pile. Looks like we got two 10 millimeters down there. Same thing on this side. Those off to the side. Switch out, those look like a 13. Looky there. Close, but no cigar. Guess we gotta take that big old bolt out. Anybody want to guess what that is? I guess it's metric. Look at there, 19. Is there a nut on the back side? Well, of course there is. Why? What else? How else would we have it? That's not a 19 millimeter nut. It is a 14 millimeter nut. Come on. Okay. Just like that, the front end's apart. And now I'm thinking, probably only need to use about that much of this frame. But it was fun tearing it down. That's where the motor will mount, so we just need about that much of it probably. Just enough to mount the motor. Give us, that way we don't have to rig up something. I mean, so we already got it, might as well use it. So, let me get some measurements off that deck. Then we got to figure out how the height. Yeah, we'll get a measurement off the deck, find out how much of this we need, cut it off, cut these little ears off, and then we'll figure out how to mount that to the deck at the right height so that the pulleys line up, and then we can get us a different belt. We're guaranteed to have another belt, different length. So stand by, let's figure out what we got here. a little fabricating, a little cutting, a little chopping, a little measuring. I don't even know what else we did, but somehow we came up with this. Okay, all I've done is I bolted these on just for a minute. These are all 4 flush. I'm gonna turn this one around. I don't like, it's gonna have to come back anyway. Or just slide it back. I think we're gonna weld these down. You may have to tweak them a smidge. I can see that that's bent a little bit. I think that's where we want to be sitting. Now the fun part is to get that motor right there, put it right here. That is going to be fun. So what we'll do is, think back here, I'll set the camera up, be looking that way. We don't look that way very often. So I'm gonna set it up, pick that big old motor up. Big old motor, single cylinder. It's heavy though, I'll promise you. We'll pick it up, set it on here, see how it looks, and see what we can do from there. Maybe we can catch plenty of action right there. It's like I say, this motor, not the lightest in the world, but it's also not so heavy you can't pick it up. I will wear some gloves because I've grown attached to my fingers and I don't want them cut off. Okay. Yeah, but do. Whew. Okay, we're not nowhere near where we're supposed to be. Well, we're near, just not perfect. And I don't want to let go of it too much, but right there is where she's supposed to sit. If I let go, it's going to flip over a little bit. Okay, right there. Let's see if we can get our pulley. Here's our pulley. Like I say, I machined it off a little bit right here. That's going to suck it up a little bit closer. Turn this crank where I can see it. Now, as you can see, just kind of holding it up in here, you know, it's not perfect. But it's going to stop right about there, which is right close, maybe, somewhere in that area. That's pretty close. Of course, this side sits a little lower than this side. With the length of that belt, normally, you know, it'd be like that. So it's gonna be a lot shorter. So, I don't know. I mean, that pulley is higher than that one. We'll just have to run it and see. Maybe it won't mind coming up like that. I hope not. But that's what we're looking like. So I think what we're gonna do is, we're gonna pull the motor back off, set this down, tack these 2 front ones on. Like I say, the back don't look too bad. We're actually clearing where these brackets would be, which I figured we would. And we'll build our frame across there. I think, like I say, we're gonna revisit this exhaust stuff here. I don't know how well that's gonna work out. But let me get the weld machine out. We'll tack these down, and then we'll get these back ones situated how we like them. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll be back in just a minute. Okay, we got a little more than a tack. We welded those 2 on there, good and solid. Good solid. I'm gonna pop these off. Then we can get this welded on the back side back here to support the back of the motor. We want to turn it around like such. Yeah. That ought to hold it up pretty good. I don't think it'll go anywhere. The trick is going to be put the pulley on while I set the motor down. Fun stuff right there. I think I am, even though I welded it to the deck, which is kind of hard to bolt stuff to your deck, especially underneath. Of course, the blades are way down here anyway. But I'll bolt the framing to the legs here. That way we don't have to worry about if we do have to pull this off or do something with it. It's not too bad. I don't think, you know, a couple, 2 bolts in each one should hold it. And we can get this mounted up and definitely see where we sit with our belt. Like I say, if I need to raise it, I guess I can. It'd be just a matter of change these. We'll get 1 bolt in each leg after we weld it all down. Set the belt motor in on top of our pulley and everything. See how it lines up. Yeah, that'll work, of course. Yeah, somehow, maybe. We got to get the bolt into the drive shaft of the pulley also down there. So, this will be fun. Yeah, no. I'm trying to think and talk at the same time, and typically it's just hard for me to think on my own. Try to talk it, just don't work. Yeah. So let me get these other 2 legs welded on. Get the holes drilled for the bolts to go in to hold the plate up. Let's get that done. As much fun as it is to watch me weld, because I am really, really good at it. Yeah, we'll get these set in here, put them right where we want them, because I want them as far apart as I can get them and still maintain plenty of contact there, you know. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, let me get these welded up, get that bolted together, then we'll get that motor dropped in on top of it. I'll bring you back in just a second. Let me. Looky what we have done. Okay, we got all our legs mounted on there, welded down, and we got four bolts in the bracket holding it up. Engine mounted up. You can see where the belt runs. That's super great. Unfortunately, I can't really shorten the pulley up anymore because of where the key is in here. If I cut down too far, I'll be cutting through that keyway and I'll have nothing to hold. Too bad they didn't make that all the way down. That, or I'll have to slit it and weld a key into it. That would be a real pain to do. But on this side, we're good to go. On that side, we're a little high. The tower, whatever you call these for the blades, is higher on this side than it is on this side. Why they made it like that, I don't know. It's just weird. So, I don't know, we'll see if this will work. I'm not sure how bad that is going to be. Try to tension the belt up here a little bit like that. Don't know how bad that'll be. We'll see. It may run like that. If all else fails, we'll have to pull the motor and stuff back off, but we'll come back here, slice that off a little bit, lower it, kick it at a little bit of an angle. That way it comes off of this pulley at an angle anyway, hitting that one coming off to the angle to this. Maybe that'll work out a little better for us. Or we just buy the two of the same size deck thingamabobbers. I don't know what the heck you call those things. The blade attachments, the bearing thingamabobbers. That's a technical term. Thingamabobber. But we got it mounted up, so I guess our next thing we'll do is see if we can find a starter for it. I think what we're going to do now is kind of wrap this up a little bit. It's getting a little late in the day. All right, welcome back, guys. I'm sitting here editing this video and I realize it's almost an hour long. So we're gonna make this a two-part video. First part where we got the deck built, we got the motor mounted and all that seems to be squared away. So in part two, we'll be building the frame. So thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of video. Let me know some comments down below if you want some shorter ones or some longer ones. Ring that bell so you'll get notifications when we put out a video. And thank you for watching. But don't forget, if you ain't doing something, you ain't doing nothing. Thanks for watching, guys.